people, so I'm gonna do this video really quick because I just kind of wanted to share it. It's basically about the vision boards or New Year's resolutions, but I don't really call them New Year's resolutions, so whatever. This probably should have been out last year when I did it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to share it because I do feel like it's kind of rather personal, but maybe for someone else who was like me that kept thinking about doing vision boards but never actually did it, maybe this will inspire you to go ahead and do your vision board. So I'm kind of off-centered because I'm going to be inserting like pictures and things over here, so that way you'll be able to see what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture now of my vision board. Basically, I did my vision board on the computer because that way I felt like I could have it as my screensaver and things and take it with me versus just leaving it on my wall or wherever. Like, I can have it with me as a reminder constantly. So we're going to basically just go through the different stuff that's on there. So the first one that's at the top, if you see me looking over, it's because I have it in front of me so I can remember what I'm talking about. So it says, God's have bigger plans for me than I have for myself. And that's basically, for that one, I felt like it's because sometimes when it comes to myself, I make small plans or I let fear rule my dreams and my goals instead of just going for it. So for this year, the reason why I put that there is because I want to take more chances. I want to shoot for that goal that I may have felt like was unrealistic, you know, but it in turn is actually not unrealistic. I'm just too scared to try to do it. So that's why I put that one there. The one under that, you see this beautiful lady with this big, beautiful hair. And I want to grow my hair out this year. It's already a moderate length. I'll insert a picture. It's a moderate length, but I would like it when it's in its natural state to be really big and really full. Like, I love big hair. I love, love, love big hair. And I would like to have my hair that big. Now, the problem is I keep cutting my hair. Like, every time it gets to, when I straighten it, every time it gets to about here, I'm like, oop, I need to cut it, and then I cut it. So I'm trying to not do that. We're gonna shoot for not cutting hair this year. Then the next one is just a little love thing, and that's because this year, and every year, I want to be surrounded by love. I want lots of love, lots of positivity, lots of all that around me. Just be consumed by love and joy and leave all that hate and negativity wherever it wants to go. So next thing on here is a house. Now, that house that's on there, I saw it, I fell in love with it. However, it's a lot of house, so I don't know if I want a house that big. It's like 5 bedrooms, got a junior suite. Like, it's a bit much because that means I would have to clean all that. Nobody got time for that, but whatever. I would like to, at least this year, start saving for a house and kind of start house shopping. Like, I have been looking at Zillow and Realtor, and like, I got all the apps on my phone, so I look and I have some things saved or whatever, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what area that I want to live in. Like, growing up and stuff, for some reason I wanted to live downtown. Like, I just felt like downtown was like the hip happening kind of area, and I was like, I kind of want to live in that area, but now I don't know. I really don't know, because it's like, if you go to the outskirts of Houston, you can get a better bang for your buck. So like, that house I think was like 300 and something thousand. Now for that exact same house, I did see it in another neighborhood for $100,000 cheaper, and I also saw that same house for almost $1 million in another area. So it just depends on where you're trying to look. But yeah, not to get too much into like real estate, but I do want to like buy a house. That is something that is a goal of mine. Under that is it looks like a closet, but it's actually a shoe boutique. Growing up, something that I wanted to do, I've always loved shoes, just in case you don't know, but something that I've always wanted to do is own a boutique. And as I got older, I wanted to own a shoe boutique because it's like I love shoes, and it's like I love the idea of having a boutique, but I also love shoes. So it's kind of like merge the two together. And it's like, I know a lot of people might say, well, get one online, which I have thought about that, but ideally I would like to have an actual boutique, an actual store. That's another thing that I'm realistic with myself. I know that won't happen this year, but I would like to at least get started. Same thing with the house. I would like to get started and then go from there. Going to the next one, that's one of my favorite quotes. It's, what if it doesn't come true? Ah, but what if it does? Like, that's another one about what I talked about with the first one, about me making small plans. I let fear rule my life a lot, where I don't try things or I don't do things because I'm scared that it may not work. But it's like, what if it does work? It'll be the greatest thing I've ever done because what I wanted actually worked. And it's like, if I'm gonna let fear keep me in my box, like, I'm never gonna grow. So I feel like that is something that I am working on this year, is getting out of my box, getting out of my comfort zone, and living in my full true potential. Next I have find your happy, and the one under that, it's okay to put yourself first. Those two to me kind of go together. To know means to know I put myself on the back burner a lot for other people. Like, I'm the type of person, if you call me, I'm going to, whatever I'm doing, a lot of times I drop it and just go to help you. This year, I would like to stop doing that so much. I would like to really put myself first a lot more. You know, work on doing things to make myself happy first, then make other people happy. In friendship, relationships, everything, I've always been that people pleaser, like trying to make everybody else happy, and then I end up with the short end of the stick, or I'm down, sad, whatever, because I've helped everybody else and nobody else has helped me. But it's like, I feel like I can't depend on other people for my happy. I gotta make that on my own. I gotta do that on my own. And that is something that I'm working on this year as well. Under that is a smile. I want to work on my smile. I want to basically whiten my teeth, get my mouth completely healthy. I actually do have they call it a flipper. It's basically like a partial, because I have a few teeth that are missing from when I had to get them pulled. I had like one to break, one got really infected, like all kinds of crap. So I do have a partial that I wear, because basically when I smile, it's like right here, you see it when I smile. So that one I'm really honestly kind of self-conscious about. So I wear my flipper a lot of times to like replace that tooth or whatever. After I finish school, I am going to get the full dental implant, so I won't have to wear the flipper piece anymore, and I'll just be able to have my nice smile. Then under that, that is me in my nursing uniform with a little graduation cap over it. That one, if you've been watching this channel, you know that I'm in nursing school. So that goal is plain and simple. I want to graduate nursing school and basically continue to pursue my goal. But we're going to start with graduating nursing school. I'm sorry, my dog is being a brat. He's whining because he wants attention, but whatever. Next, we have an Audi. I love those cars. I don't know why. Like, I know a lot of people like the BMWs, Mercedes, Lamborghinis, all that. For some reason, Audis have always been a beautiful car. To me, they're classic and just gorgeous. They're not too, like, you know how you have some luxury cars? To me, it looks like an old person is supposed to be driving it. And then you have the ones where it looks like that young douche is supposed to be driving it. To me, that's a happy medium. It's like right there in the middle. Like, either one could be driving that. But I just think those cars are just really, really pretty. Next we have the Peloton Bike. That's another thing. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I use the Peloton app, which I actually have an updated app video coming soon. I use the Peloton app, but I really would like to get the Peloton Bike. I know, like, I have a bike right now, and people are probably like, well, it does the same thing, and I have thought about that. However, the competitive nature in me wants that bike because I want to be on that leaderboard and I want to be able to, you know, compete with my fellow riders and things like that. And I know that there are a lot of added features that you can do on the bike that you can't do with the app. So for my birthday, I think as like a birthday present to myself, I'm gonna go test ride the bike at the stores. We do have, I think, 2 Peloton stores here in Houston, so I think I'm probably gonna do that. So at least that way I can get the experience, and then I'll be able to see, okay, do I really want this bike or do I not like it, or whatever the case is. But that is something that I think once I finish school, it is going to either be like a birthday or a Christmas present to myself once I finish school. Then under that, we have the Apple Watch, which that I actually already got. So yeah, I got that one kind of early. This was actually a Christmas present to myself. I bought the Apple Watch. So not much to say about that. Then under that, that is me from a few years ago. I'm all like dressed up and stuff like that. And for that one, basically, I feel like at that time, I went out a lot more. I lived life a little bit more. I would kind of like to do that again. Like, just go out and do things. I'm about to go hang out with friends, all that type of stuff. I actually had, like, on that picture, I had just left the gym. That's when I had hit a box and I had hurt myself. If you watch the motivation video, same day in the outfit that happened. I actually have, like, a bandage on my leg. You can't see it in the picture because of how I'm posed, but I got a nice little bandage on there, and my leg was swollen like my oh, it was ugly. I was out with my best friend Greg for his birthday. That's from his birthday, and I showed him. He was like, "What you do to yourself?" Yeah, it was ugly. Whatever. And then under that we have 2. So I'll do the first one. It's better a oops than a what if. Right back to that. What if it doesn't come true? But what if it does? It's like, it's in my head, I've always thought sometimes, or a lot of times, it's easier to live with the oops, that didn't work, than to live with the what if, because you're constantly wondering whether or not this thing or this moment could have changed your life. And that's what I'm working on. As you can tell, there's a pattern with this thing. It's kind of a pattern. Then New York Fashion Week. I'm a fashion girl. I love fashion. I love all things that is fashion. Even the haute couture and the fashion that is like, what is that? I think it's fun. And I would like to attend New York Fashion Week and attend just one show. It doesn't have to be where I get, you know, front row and all this stuff. I would like to attend just one New York Fashion Week show. That's a goal of mine. Under that, it's 2 as well, so we go to those 2. The first one is a lady taking care of her skin. One of my goals for this year is to take better care of my skin. I don't know if I've said this in one of my videos before, but I have PCOS, which that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And basically, you can research it, but a short bit of what it is my insulin and hormones are kind of going nuts, and I get cysts in my ovaries. One of the side effects is acne and problematic skin. And I do have, like, before I was diagnosed with it, I had problematic skin, honestly, but it got worse once I did get this disorder. So I want to try to take better care of my skin, like all of my skin, because that's something that honestly I really don't do. I don't take very good care of my skin. Like, I wash it, I moisturize it, and that's about it. And then, like, sometimes the rest of me, like, I only put lotion on where you could see, to be honest. But I'm trying to get away from doing that. I'm trying to start putting lotion or moisturizer head to toe, using facial mask and things like that, so I can try to get my skin as much together as possible. I'm not sure if the lighting in my videos will let you see, but my skin has actually already started improving. Right now, I don't have any actual pimples or bumps on my face, but I do have a lot of dark spots. And so my next step would be to try to figure out how to get all these freaking dark spots out my face. So if you got any suggestions, leave them below, because I'll try it. I've tried dating everything from face already, so can't hurt. Whatever. The next, that good vibes only, goes back to I want to be surrounded by love, happiness, positivity, just all good things. Like, that's what I want to be surrounded by. No bad vibes this year. Then YouTube. I would like to reach 100 YouTube subscribers this year. I think I'm at 63. I think so. Hopefully that's a good inclination that I may reach that. So share my videos, tell your friends to subscribe, even if they don't watch it, that's fine. Well, no, that's not fine. Tell them to watch my dang on videos. But I would like to reach 100. Next to that, we have a pair of shoes. Now, those shoes, the first time I saw those shoes, I was like, those are my wedding shoes. When I get married, I'm going to wear those shoes. They're beautiful. They're by Jimmy Choo. I think they're like $15,000. So I'm not going to actually get those, but I do like them. They're beautiful. I'll just say, you know, that's one of those things that I would like to be able to afford. I'll just say it like that. Like, even if I don't get them, I would like to get to the point where I am financially stable enough that I could buy those shoes twice. One thing that I try to live by is something Jay-Z said. He said, if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. So with those shoes being like $15,000, unless I have an extra $30,000, I can't afford them. So that is a goal of mine. Like, it's to basically just be able to afford nicer things. And I do love those shoes, so that's why I put those there. Okay, the next one is money. I want to save money, or try to save money. It kind of goes back to the house thing. I want to start saving money so I can purchase a house. That is just like major goals for me, is to be able to purchase a house. Under that, you see, is traveling. I want to travel more. I got my passport a few years ago under the idea that I was going to start traveling more. And truthfully, I've only had to use it twice, or been able to use it. That's it, twice. That's all I've done. And I really need to start using it more. And part of the thing that I would do is, like, if my friends couldn't go, if I didn't have anybody to go with, I just wouldn't do it, which is kind of abnormal for me, because for a long time I had got used to doing things on my own. Like, I would go out to eat on my own, go to the movies on my own, like do all kind of stuff. But it's like when it comes to taking trips and things, I won't do it. And something that my cousin once said, he was like, don't depend on someone to travel with you. He was like, be prepared to go by yourself. And he does travel by himself often, because he's like, there's places he want to go, things he places he want to go, things he want to see, and he doesn't want to wait on someone to be ready to go if he's ready to go. So he travels by himself, and that is something that I'm going to have to prepare myself to do, basically, is travel by myself, because I would like to travel with people, but if I can't, I don't want to just sit on the sofa waiting for someone else to be ready to travel, because I'm ready to travel. Okay, then the next two, we'll go through those, is remind yourself to be remind yourself it's okay to not be okay. Break down, cry yourself to sleep. We're all imperfect human beings. Basically, the reason why I put that on there is because, you know how sometimes you're not okay and you think something's wrong with you because you're not okay? Or like you try to pretend for everybody else that you're okay and try to pretend to be happy when you're dealing with something. We all deal with things. None of us are exempt from the trials and tribulations of life. Like, we all go through things, unfortunately. That's life. And it's okay to not be okay. Just don't stay not okay. Like, do what you gotta do to work through it. Whether it's going to talk to someone, writing it in a journal, going to the park, scream, crying, hollering, whatever it is you need to do, work through it, and that is okay. Next to that, it's a ring. That ring is by Veragio. It's a jewelry designer. It's actually an engagement ring. It is beautiful. I am head over heels in love with that freaking ring. And basically, why I put it on there is for one of two reasons. First reason is ideally by the end of the year, I would be planning a wedding. Other reason is kind of like with the shoes. I would like to be able to afford to buy that ring for myself. I priced it, okay. And just for like the setting part, it's like $6,000. I did see it like without all of the bells and whistles. I think you can get it for like 2,000 something, I forgot. But that does not include the center diamond. So you gotta pay for that center diamond separately. So, yeah, but to get it like that, it's expensive. Jesus, it's not as much as the shoes, so there's something, but it's expensive. Stop it. Then under that I have for Instagram, I would like to reach 15,000 followers. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Let me tell you why. Because I'm not as active on Instagram as I used to be because of school. I don't post as much as I used to, and honestly, a lot of times I don't even feel like taking pictures, or if I do post a picture, I just don't, take a picture, I don't want to post it. So it's like, in order to build your following, you have to be active. And right now, I do have 8,000 something. I don't know how many I have, but you got to be more active on your social media in order to build your following. And I'm not nowhere near as active as I need to be because school doesn't allow time, and I'm kind of lazy with social media now. I think I'm going through like a little social media burnout. I don't know. Then I really put the book there, the Michelle Obama book, because I would like to meet Michelle Obama. That's a goal. But I wanted her book, and that was another Christmas present for myself because Barnes & Noble ran a sale, and I think I got it for like $19, and that was like shipping, taxes, everything included. So it was a goal. It's a goal for me to meet her, but it was also a goal for me to get the book, and I did get the book. So yay, I got 2 of them checked off. That next one, that is Bora Bora. I want to go there. That is like my bucket list trip. It's #1 on my bucket list. I want to go. The place is so beautiful, but it's like starting at $5,000, at least for the overwater villas. It's hot, bruh. But that is something that I would like to do. Like, I have seen people where they say, oh, it's not that expensive. Where you staying? You're probably staying at a hotel because you ain't staying at the overwater villas. And I know that don't include your thing because I done looked through I looked on a whole bunch of websites. I didn't even try to do kayak. You know how they have the cheap stuff. The cheapest I done found it for is like $4,000 per person, and that did not include like the all-inclusive thing. I think that was for like 4 or 5 days. It wasn't for very long either. So it's like that is a very, very expensive place, but that is goals. Like if I can go there, be the happiest person in life. Next picture, that's me again in my little workout outfit. I actually just got home from working out. On that picture, I was about 25 to 30 pounds lighter. Yeah, I would like to get back there. So like instead of putting a picture of some fitness model or someone else, I put myself because that picture is goals for me. I loved myself at that size, including back to my other picture with me in the red skirt. I loved myself at that size as well. At that time, I was a size 8 to a 10. I was like right there in that area, which to me was what I call my sweet spot. Like that's where I like to be. Right now, I am a 12 to a 14. So I want to get right back down there. I don't have a super long way to go, but I kind of do at the same time. Next thing is I always wanted to own some sort of venue type of thing, you know, like reception hall like thing. So I put that on there and I was like, who knows, that maybe can be another thing that I start at least planning out for 2019, you know, stuff that I can start looking at it. Next, you see this beautiful winged eyeliner. I cannot do perfect winged eyeliner to save my life. So that is one of my goals for the year, is to at least learn how to do a nice, perfect, can slice you up winged eyeliner. I really want to learn how to do that. The rest of the makeup is really pretty, you know, baby steps. Okay, I'm not gonna try to learn to do that, all that yet. Just let me learn how to do some winged eyeliner and I'll be happy. Okay, just winged eyeliner. Next we have Curl Fest. I've always wanted to go to Curl Fest, like especially when I cut my hair off and went natural and it's the whole type of thing. I want to go to Curl Fest. It looks like it's so much fun. Like they look like they have a ball at Curl Fest, and I would really like to go. So that's another one of my goals. Last one on there is date nights. Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted date nights. Like I would always see my mom and my aunts and stuff, and them and their husbands would go out. They would go out to concerts and dinners and parties and all this type of stuff, and it always seemed like they had so much fun, and it was just something that I always felt like was an important part of a relationship. So I would like for basically Sean and I to have more date nights. Right now I do understand that because of school, a lot of times I either can't do stuff or I'm too tired to do stuff, whatever the case is. Well, that's fine. But I do feel like it's something that I will have to like start trying to make time for or put in some sort of effort for, because it's like even with studying and stuff, like I have downtime. Like I'm making this video right now, and if you see this video posted, that means I took time to edit it. That's time that I could have been like out at dinner, or we could have went to a bar, or you know, just whatever, like little silly stuff or whatever. And to me, date night is not something that has to be expensive. It's something that it's just you two out together having a good time. So whether that is us going to a park or going to a play or just out to dinner, like to me that time outside of your normal four walls is important. It's not to say that when you go out you gotta spend $200, whatever. Like it can be something that literally costs you guys gas money and that's it. So that is something that I do want to work towards this year. And that's really it for my like I guess vision board for the year. There is some other things that I've kind of been thinking about, but I didn't put it on the vision board because it was like, okay, well maybe we can save that for 2020 vision board. But yeah, so that's what I got. I hope this helped some of you. Maybe if you're thinking about doing a vision board and just like did not know what to put on a vision board. But that was just some of the stuff that I put on mine, and I was just like, okay, maybe I'll share it, because I did watch a lot of other people's vision board videos and I enjoyed them. So hopefully this was like at least a little bit enjoyable for you. Yeah. So any questions, comments, anything, leave them down below. Subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.